Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the G.I. Joe Classified series, Firefly. This is not the exclusive version. This is our regular release. I'm going to call it the V2 for Classified series. Uh, this is a more modern take on his classic look, I should say. Now I will say this, I love Firefly as a character. I really want the blue and gray camo version. I would love a version of that. And, ooh, it's loud outside tonight. And I gotta honestly say, I'm really excited because I really enjoy Firefly as a character. I know I did the first one. I'm gonna do this one. Super excited though because it's one of those things where, for Firefly, right? Master Saboteur. No one's ever seen his face. And if you know anything about me, you know that I enjoy masked characters. I don't like when people unmask. I feel like that's a waste. The whole point of keeping a secret identity is to tell no one. So I enjoy masked characters, and that's just my take. And Firefly really takes that to heart, and that's why I like Firefly as a character. Um, yeah, it's one of those things where I really like this new version. I think the bandolier is a little too loose, but it's one of those things where that's something that can easily be fixed. I do like the modernization of the gear. I like the knife here. I like the extra padding for protection. This is not our I love Firefly, like I love just the explosions. This is our all-round saboteur. We have the silencer on the pistol. We have regular hand grenades. We have flashbang grenades. We have a different type of charges here on the leg for our stuff. And more importantly, I think people don't realize like Firefly is willing to poison, sneak attack, anything it takes to get his mission done. And I think this kind of gives it that all-round like version of it. Now, in terms of our look, we actually have a slightly new sculpt that is different from our original one. When we get to the comparison between the two, I'll show you. This one also uses a larger ballpoint here in our neck. So when you go to swap the heads, you're going to need some sticky tack if you want to pop that old head on. As you can see here with our movement, we really get a nice ball joint. For those of you that were worried about the ball joint movement, I think this pretty much solves our problem as we get that. As you know, we're going to be able to hit our T-pose with little to no issue. We have our butterfly joints. We have our we have our front and back ab crunch, which is kind of crazy. Mine is a little loosed here in this section. I don't really mind it because I'm going to give it some kikis, but just be aware for those of you, who may have those issues. But again, this is not my Hasbro Pulse release. I've noticed a trend of when the Pulse stuff releases, there's a better QC versus getting it overseas. I got mine actually from Toy Arena because I saw them at SDCC. They remembered me that I was looking for one. But this is not the Pulse release. We also have our drop down hips. We have our legs kicking upward. We have a thigh swivel, obviously. We have our beautiful double joints. Obviously, I didn't break these joints in yet, right? We have classic boot cut, and we still have super generous articulation in our pivot and swivel here. So that means getting the Joe stances that I literally always get should not be an issue for this guy. Oh, by the way, I skipped out on the arms. I'm tripping. We do have a bicep swivel. Let's fix the focus. We do have a bicep swivel as well as a double joint. As you can see, I have not broken these arm joints or leg joints in, but I was enjoying the figure. But if we want to go into saboteur mode, let's say we want to hide behind something, get ready for some sort of combat. And don't forget, he did train with Koga Ninjas as well as go up against people like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and lived. So that says a lot right there. But as you can see here, no issue with posing. That means if you want to get down and do crouching poses, you also should not have issues at all. And it seems like you don't. Oh, by the way, both hands happen to be on a, oh, no, wait. So our right hand is actually on a vertical peg, left hand on a horizontal peg. But yeah, as you can see here, getting down and doing the poses, little to no issue. I'm going to get this guy all set up, right? And we're going to talk about his accessories. I will see you guys in a sec. For those of you that have noticed, I've put Ichigo back there. He's going to hang out here for a while and help me cope. So that way I know he's always here. So I will see you guys in a second for our accessories. All right, we're onward to accessories. I'm gonna leave this guy here, back him up just a little bit. One of the things we're gonna talk about is his gear. We have a pistol here. As you can see, it comes with the piece to add the silencer on it. So I'm gonna do that right now so you can see its silencer. And like I said, I mentioned before, spy-like stuff. I really like when they add the silencers and stuff. You'll also get a knife. And as you saw earlier, we can actually store that here on this part of Firefly. We have our sheath here, so let's sheath them up. Our pistol, unfortunately, does not have a carry point for it with the silencer, which I thought was weird, because I still don't have a point to put that silencer. Or maybe I'm tripping, but yeah, there's no place to put the silencer at this time. Then we have his submachine gun. The magazine does not come inside the gun. It is removable. Please make sure to double check your packaging when you're removing that. Then you're going to get a backpack. And I love this surveillance backpack. Total spy stuff. We have something that looks like it detects mines and the frequencies of said stuff. I don't know about this stuff, but I know Firefly specializes in poison, demolition, espionage, and saboteur. These mines are removable. So that means even if you wanted to plant some mines and make them look cool, you totally can. On both sides, they are removable. You'll also get a little RC car. You know, for planting C4, things like that. It also has this opening here in the back, and that is because you can actually attach it to his backpack for storage. So when we pop this on right here, it stores up just fine. Same thing here with our machine gun. Stores right here on the side. And as of right now, you're pretty much stored up with most of your stuff. The only thing you can't hold technically right now is your silencer. Next up, you'll also get a tiny detonator. And it's probably a dead trigger one. I've heard that said a few times, but like if he lets go, like I've seen it in the comics during the Larry Hama Real American stuff. You know, if he lets go, we all go kaboom. And he always carries like live explosives with him to make sure he can always make it himself, like get out of a situation. Last but not least, we have some googles. I know they're goggles, but it's just funny to say googles. I'm guessing one is for night vision, one is thermal. I don't know what the middle one will do. And these can actually place right over his head. And you don't have to have them technically on at all times. So, as you can see, we are fully geared up. As far as the detonator goes, usually in hand, like I said, a dead trigger one. So, the only thing right now that he does not hold is his silencer. Again, not sure where that's going to go. I'm going to try to figure that out. But right now, he looks solid. Really, really good. All geared up, ready to go. Ready to move out at a moment's notice. I like this modern take on him, but I will say this. If you want, you can mix and match with your old Firefly. I'm going to show you that right now. Alright, real quick, let's show him next to the old Cobra Island one. As you can, or was it special missions? I'm not sure, but technically this one was exclusive. This is our normal release one. As you can see, we have our older body, which is thinner, right? We have a different head sculpt. I actually really like this head sculpt, but if you want it to fit on this body, you need to actually put a little bit of sticky tack in there to allow that to like get down with the get down, basically, right? But if you want to worry about whether or not your backpacks fit, right? Let's see about popping this one on. And as you can see, this one will fit on the old Firefly, in case you want to mix around. And as far as our older backpack, yep, looks like this one can fit as well. So if you want to swap around backpacks to see how they look and work, it totally does. And it shouldn't be much of an issue. And if you want to see the old head sculpt on there, let's do that real quick before we jump into size comparisons. Hi, Riley. How are you? Riley's here, right under me. I hope everyone says hi to Riley. Please do. Alright. So I've snapped off these heads, and as you can see, this ball joint is much bigger. Like I said, it looks good on there. It really, really does. But unfortunately, it just. Oh, wait. Guess it does work. It works. That's weird. I popped it on there earlier. It didn't work. But here we are. It works. So yeah, you can get down with this sculpt. The swapping is real, y'all. It is very, very real. Now, I'm going to swap the heads back, and then we're going to... Oh, before I forget. On our new sculpt, before I forget, if you want to pop the googles from the old Firefly onto this one, the googles technically do work. Takes a little bit of maneuvering around, but the old googles, they work. Right? So please be aware. Now, in that case, I'm going to take some time, pet Riley, jump into the size comparisons. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, now we've gone into the size comparison. Let's compare a bunch of Joes, a bunch of Cobras, and other lines in between. I may not have everything out, but I'm going to try to get to what I can, make it as simple as possible for you. First, let's start off with Retro Card Snake Eyes and Classified Storm Shadow. So here we are with Snake Eyes. Here we are with Storm Shadow. And I rather like this. Not everybody's the same height, but it is very distinct, and you can kind of see where you want to lay your middle ground with these guys, and I really like that. So, this was a repaint by my boy Public Enema, and that is a Mezco knife, just in case you are wondering, right? Let's remove these two. Next, we have a G.I. Joe Cobra Range Viper. Let's pick your head up. I'm sorry about that, bro. Then we have a G.I. Joe Tunnel Rat. I like that Tunnel Rat is actually smaller. Range Viper is a little bit bigger, a little bit more gear. I like these different sizes. Definitely shows you that the characters have depth and size and personality. I really like that. Next up, we're going to do a Classified Grunt. And then we'll do a Cobra Officer. Here's Grunt. Here's our Cobra Officer. Let's fix that ankle. All right. Again, not everyone's the same height, but you can see the different builds, different matchups. And it's crazy because as you can see that they do share parts, it's still not all the same, and I like that. As you saw earlier, here we are with our old Firefly. Hi, Riley. Hi. Would you like to come over? Don't be scared. Here we are with Classified Zartan. Zartan is a big dude, but he's also the Master of Disguise. So again, it's one of those things I'm going to let work itself out, figure out how you want to do it. Hi, Riley. Next up, we have a Valaverse Desert Unit Soldier, in case you want some accompanying people for him. Then we're going to branch off in a few different lines. Here we are with a Marvel Legends Novar, so we can see what another 6-inch figure is like. Then we have a Fouche Toys Sakit. I have an old man head on it. Here we are with SH Figuarts Shin Kamen Rider. This has an upgrade set from, it is from Patrick Zhao. Sorry, I almost forgot Patrick Zhao's name. Sorry. Next up, we have a Mezco Black Skull. This shares the Gomez body, which I would now deem the Ichigo body style. As you can see, they're a little bit bigger, but it still works out. Last but not least, we have a Mythic Legions. These guys are much bigger, but in case you wanted to do some crazy Serpentor custom or Barbarian size, you can kind of square them up and see where you land with this guy. I think that's about it for my size comparison today. I'm not sure if I have anything else that would compare Joe-wise. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching this whenever you're watching it, because I'll probably put these up very late. So thank you for checking it out. Shout out to all the people who collect Classified. This line is kind of awesome, and it brings back a lot of childhood memories. Most of them are very good, and that's why I really love this line. But thank you, guys. You guys have been watching it and seeing that you really like it, and I'm glad you enjoy the content. So, as always, thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the endearment. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all of the condolences. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.